Hey guys, welcome to pregnancy week 26. I'm like 26 weeks and 5 days maybe, I think. 4 days, 5 days, I don't know. I'm not good at that, but we're right dab smack in the middle of week 26. And as always, I should have made notes for myself because there were several things I wanted to talk about and I can't remember what they were. So maybe I need to stop this because there was some stuff that happened like right on the bridge of week 25 and week 26 that I didn't talk about in 25. I stopped myself from talking about it in the video. What could have been? I don't know. This week has been really, really busy. So Bree's in Chattanooga. She's been there since, well, her family, so last minute they got surprise Alabama Vanderbilt tickets because Cash and Ray, her husband, are Alabama fans. And they got surprise tickets for Cash for Christmas. So at the last minute they went to, it was an early Christmas present, obviously. The last minute they went to Nashville and they spent the night with her sister. And then Bree was going to leave for Chattanooga on Sunday anyways. So instead of her coming home, I met her family in like Dixon, which I know means nothing to you people, but it's like 2 hours from here. Instead of driving, her having to drive the whole 4. I met them and drove them home. So I've kind of been the second responsible caregiver for the entire family. So I'm the mom of 2 households this week. So it's been really, really busy. And that's what I'm doing this morning. It's 6:30. I'm on my way to pick up the kids to get them ready and take them to school. So I've had that going on. Oz goes, he's been going to school this week, so I've had that going on. It was just a lot of stuff going on. And then there's some like extra stuff going on in the evenings that we don't typically have. And then like today is MOPS, and I'm trying to get my thoughts and strength together to go to that. I stepped down, excuse me. I'm not on the, I am no longer on the like MOPS leadership committee leadership this year. I stepped down once I found out I was pregnant. And then I felt bad because there was another girl who also found out she was pregnant. And she did step down, but then she moved. So I know they're a little short-handed, but I just, it was a good experience last year. I learned some things. And I didn't unenjoy doing it, but it was just a lot. And it just, I know it was only once a month, but it came around so often. And with Bree being gone, it's almost like having a full-time job or second job it was just a lot. So it was just too much for me. Because we have to set up the night before and then show up early the day of. It was just a lot. And I knew with a new baby, there was going to be a couple months in there I wasn't going to show up anyways. So, yeah, that's going on. So we had our visit yesterday to the baby doctor. And everything went well. She said I was measuring fine. And I had forgotten to bring my blood sugar chart. But I told her about how it was doing. She said, sounds great. And, she was only in there a few seconds. She asked if I had any concerns. And I was like, no. I probably should have mentioned the swelling in my ankles, but I didn't. Although if she'd have looked at my ankles, she would have seen them already at 9:45 in the morning. There was some swelling there. Again, I don't think it's anything that's abnormal. And here's the deal, guys. If you know me, you know I've been following my journey for very long. I just carry a lot of water. Just always have. And I don't know if that's due to dairy or it doesn't matter how much water I drink. It doesn't matter. I'm just a fluid holder. But anyways, when we were leaving, she was like, okay, that's it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I went, what? She went, yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I went, come again? She went, yeah, babe, it's time. It's time for you to start coming every 2 weeks. And I started freaking out a little bit about that. I'm pretty sure I didn't start going every 2 weeks till I was 28 or 30 weeks, which in 2 weeks, I'll be 28 weeks. And technically, I mean, I'm right in the dab smack between 26 and 27 weeks. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it has to do with my age. I didn't ask. I don't know if she just thinks I'm farther along than I am. I would hate to think she doesn't know how far along I am. But either way, she was like, yep, 2 weeks. I don't know if she has plans, because I have been super paranoid about this from the get-go. Because our due date's December 29th. And of course, you know, everybody jokes, oh, you're going to have a Christmas baby, you're going to have a Christmas baby. And I'm like, no, I'm holding this baby in. And so now my new joke is, you know, she's totally coming on Christmas Day. I don't know, and she is not up until this point. She has never mentioned it to me. There's another girl at church, and I think I may have mentioned this last week in my video, but I'm going to say it again because I can't remember if I talked about it or not. But there is another girl at church, and her due date's the 23rd. And she told me that the doctor had said to her she was not opposed to taking the baby at least a week early. But her due date is the 23rd, which I realize is like right on Christmas. She has to this point never said that to me. I don't know that she will say that to me. At no point in my pregnancy last time did she ever say it to me. And here's the other day, I don't know what that girl went in and said. I don't know if she went in and said, I know you guys don't want to work on Christmas, or, you know, something about a Christmas baby, and then that's when Dr. Lund said that. I don't know. Dr. Byers. She was Dr. Lund forever, and then she got divorced and got remarried, and now she goes by a different name. I still call her Dr. Lund. I can't help it. So I don't know. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about that twice now, and I'm really sorry. So I don't know if that's what she's thinking, that I'm not gonna, I don't know. I don't know. I would hate to think she didn't know how far along I am. Or maybe, I will say this, when we went in for 18 weeks and they went to do the ultrasound lady was like, I don't know why she scheduled this anatomy scan for you at 18 weeks. We really need to be a little farther along. I'm pretty sure we had an anatomy scan with Oz at 18 weeks. I don't know. But up until this point, she's not acting like there was any concern with anything. In saying that, I do know that a lot of women that are over 35 who go to their regular OBGYN, they have to have at least one visit with a specialist. My particular doctor, Dr. Lund, does not do that. And I didn't talk about that with her this pregnancy. I was 34 the last pregnancy, fixing to turn 35. But we did talk about it last pregnancy, and I have some friends that have had babies over 35 there, and they also told me the same thing, that they told her that it was just not a concern unless there was something that happened or went wrong or awry. So I don't know. That just may be something that she precautionary does at this point, especially since I am older. I don't know. I didn't ask, and she didn't say. And I will say, she's smart cookie, so she's not going to say to me and upset me and say, well, you're a little older, like the other lady was like, who was not as, I'm not saying she's not smart, but that lady I saw last time and then told me that my ovaries were old, I need to start checking my blood sugar. Dr. Lund would have never said that. She's way more classier than that. She might have given me a reason, and that might have been the reason, but it wouldn't have come out quite that way. I've just known her a long time, and I know that she just wouldn't talk to me that way. So, and again, she's been doing this for a bajillion years. She's not that much older than I am. I mean, she's probably in her later 40s, because I know she was over 40 when she had her last baby, and her last baby's probably 7, 8, 9. And I'm pretty sure she was 40, 41, 42 when she had that baby. So and I'm pretty sure she's not 50 yet. She's super young and attractive. Anyway, super active baby. My heartburn, so Monday night, I actually had heartburn, like burn. I cannot tell you the last time I actually had a burning sensation. I have a lot of regurgitation still. I have a lot of, not heaviness, but a little bit of heaviness. I don't know how to explain it. What I associate GERD with now, especially with being on the medication and taking things, I have a lot of, I already said regurgitation, I have a lot of still where I feel like I can't eat after I've eaten, which I'm not saying that is a bad thing necessarily, but it's a bad thing. I've had a lot of that, and I've had some chest and back pain, mostly back pain. Maybe this was going to talk about one night this week, and I think it was Monday night or early Sunday, I don't know. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning. Oz had already gotten in the bed with us. I know that, so it might have been 3 or 4. I think it was 4. I don't know. You guys know I'm all over the place. I woke up with a back pain. It wasn't chest pain, but it was that back pain. It was that same back pain I always have. And it was just really odd. There was no... It was just... I didn't go to bed with it. I'd had it earlier that day. I had taken some Tylenol. But I didn't go to bed with it. And I have woken up with it before, but it was extreme. And I'm telling you, had I have not had any previous experience with that, we would have most certainly gone somewhere. We would have gone somewhere to the hospital. I mean, it was bad. And I flipped and flopped around, and I finally was like, you know what? Because I could feel it, like, pulsating and kind of coming down my arm. My chest was not involved at all. And, of course, we all know that we've been going through this now for a year. It started in August of last year. So I do, and it made me wonder, and I kept flipping around because I started thinking, I'm like, this is nerve related. It is something to do with the nerve and the GERD, and maybe it is that vagus nerve I've talked to you about that a subscriber talked to me about. And it just has something to do with her placement, like where she's at in my tummy. I don't know. I will tell you, it is so random. I know I've talked about this a million times, but I cannot pinpoint any one thing that causes it. There are days, like if I wait later in the day to eat, I will notice that I don't have it. But like that was in the smack dab middle of the night, like in the morning, like there was nothing on my tummy. I'd had all my antacids for the day. I'm not saying you don't have reflux in the evening, but like it was past that time. I know that sounds dumb. There was nothing there. And I don't know. So it is possible that it is related to the tummy and the GERD, and the pregnancy is aggravating and make it worse. I can't, I'm telling you, I cannot pinpoint anything. I do sometimes feel like heavier fibrous foods, I feel like sometimes that makes a difference. But then there'll be other times, like yesterday, I had a little bit of uncomfortableness around 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't even that bad, and I didn't have it for the rest of the day. I mean, not yesterday, it was the day before. It was on Monday, and I didn't have it for the rest of the day. So that pain was Sunday night, early Monday morning. I didn't have it for the rest of the day. I mean, not at all. And then yesterday, which was Tuesday, I had it, had it earlier a little bit in the day, but it went away. It wasn't anything that I needed medicine for. But then all of a sudden, after I got home, right before I went to bed, it was back and it was bad. And I do feel like in the evenings before bed a lot I'm having it. I don't know. And so I went to bed having some uncomfortableness, and I even took something, and it took me a while to go to sleep because I was hurting. So this video is 13 minutes in. I've not really said anything exciting or joyful about week 26, but it is what it is. Things seem to be fine. I'll go back to the doctor in 2 weeks, so I'm a little freaked out about that. I am really tired this week, but I'm sure I'm worn out from being pregnant, but the actual pregnancy itself is not what's ultimately causing this issue. It's more of just my environment and things that are happening this week. But it's so funny, like, I'm sure you guys who've been pregnant know, and even if you haven't been pregnant, we've all been so tired that you literally, like, almost feel yourself thinking about how you're going to take your next step. I know that sounds really dumb. I mean, like, physical step, like, with your feet. I'm just like, okay, you're going to get up from this chair, and you're going to take this one right foot, and you're going to stick it out in front of the other one. Okay, not really out from the other one, but walk, and you're going to do your left foot. It's going to do the same thing. I mean, like, I don't know. At some point, I'm like, I am so exhausted. So, yeah, that's it for week 26, and I'm sure I will update better, maybe, hopefully, about week 27. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I have been recording my foods. My appetite has been back to where it's not super awesome again. I did end up eating some yesterday, even when I wasn't hungry, because I just feel like, because I knew I was tired, I knew that by the time I started being hungry, I was not going to have the opportunity to eat. So I struggle with that, especially when we're busy and I'm not hungry, because I hate to eat if I'm not hungry, but I don't want to go without food and then be so hungry, especially since I'm pregnant. and then like have a dropout or something. I don't know. My crazy